Sparks, Will, and Mind Cores are pretty scarce from early to mid-game in Black Myth Wukong, and I can imagine how badly you want to advance your skill tree so you can maximize the Destined One's potential. I am the Samurai, and I will be sharing all the top early to mid-game spots in the game when farming XP, Will, and Mind Cores, so you will be able to level up fast or get those juicy upgrades as early as possible. Before we move on to the actual methods, I just want to mention that grinding is not really required in this game because of its well-designed pacing and fair difficulty. I've beaten the game without grinding, and if you want to have the best experience possible, I suggest avoiding farming. However, if you can't wait to be a powerful Monkey King, I've got you covered. Starting with the first method, and the first spot is just in Chapter 1, and this is perfect if you just started a game and you love to farm right away. Progress in the story, and eventually you will be reaching the Snake Trail Path Keeper Shrine, and this is going to be our checkpoint in this method. Since this is an early spot, I will not be requiring anything to make your runs faster, as it is likely that you are a beginner. However, if you are already at mid-game, I suggest maxing out your Cloud Step spell so you can traverse the area faster. By the way, you don't need Cloud Step at max, just use its current state in your progress. This applies to your Immobilize spell as well. For the first method, we'll be taking out humanoid snakes, and to start the actual method, follow these steps. From the Keeper Shrine, head to the Stone Staircase, use the Cloud Step spell to increase your movement speed, and head to the first location of the first snake that will be taken out. After beating the first target, backtrack to the bamboo and wooden bridge and drop a mid-air overhead attack on the next one, and the next snake is just underneath the bridge. Then, use normal light attack combos to finish the second snake. Follow the mountain path, and eventually, you will reach a wide area filled with bamboo. Head to your right past the nearby rock formation and find the third snake in this run. Cast Immobilize and quickly take it out. To finish the run, head to your left and find the last target in this spot. After taking out the last snake, head to your inventory and use the Incense Trail Talisman to reset the run. Rinse and repeat. Now you will ask me, hey Samurai, what about the skeleton guys around this area? I will be suggesting skipping them to make your runs faster, as they can only provide little XP compared to the snake, and they don't drop Mind Cores, and only the snake enemies do. What are Mind Cores? These are your special materials that you can use to increase your stats permanently later on in Chapter 2, and the NPC Sue Dog will help you with this. So as early as now, it is advisable to stockpile if you decide farming. Going back to the run, each snake gives you 175 XP and 190 will. Each run usually lasts around 1 minute and 5 seconds to 1 minute and 10 seconds. And if you do this consistently in an hour, you are looking at 45k total will and 42k XP in total. That's a lot for just someone who is just starting the game. Keep in mind that your mileage may vary in all the methods that I will be sharing here, as you may have a weaker or stronger character than mine. And also, you can gain more will if you do have the Folklore armor set that comes with the deluxe edition, because that set adds another will drop rate bonus, so you can enjoy that as well. Moving on to the second method, which is the Rockcrest Flat mobbing method in Chapter 2. Since you've already progressed in the game, I will be suggesting specific stuff to make your runs faster. Equip the strongest staff that you have currently, but use Tiger Tally as your first accessory, and this will boost your attack. And for the second slot, equip the Gold Flora hairpin so you can have an additional drop bonus for will. All of these curios can be found in Chapter 2, and all of the locations of the items that I will be suggesting in this guide are linked in the description section below. Lastly, equipping the Wandering White Spirit is suggested, as we will be using it to easily take out targets later on. The actual method is pretty straightforward. Starting from the Keeper Shrine, facing it, head to your left and follow the mountain pathway. Notice that a rock enemy is hibernating nearby. Hit it with normal attacks until it drops. As soon as you take it out, there's a nearby shielded enemy with a spear that is currently roaming around. Use the Immobilize spell on it so this enemy can block your next move, and cast the Wandering White Spirit to one-shot the target. If the target is still alive, normal attacks can get the job done. Near your location, you will notice that there will be same enemy type without a shield and also guarding the pathway. casting Cloud Step to increase your movement speed and release the surprise attack on the said enemy. This is going to be our last target in this method, so as soon as the target hits the ground, use the Incense Trail Talisman to reset the run, rinse and repeat. For this method, the rock enemy type will provide you 127 XP and 157 will, while the Spirit type enemy will net you 275 XP and 376 will for each. Each run lasts around 35 to 40 seconds, which will provide you a total of 677 XP and 906 will. In an hour of farming, you can get a total of roughly 61k XP and 82k will. Very useful gains for beginners. Before we move on to the last spot, if you're tired of being hooked to a console or worry that your PC can handle the latest games like Black Myth Wukong, Boosteroid has got you covered. Boosteroid is a cloud gaming platform that lets you play your favorite games directly from your browser on any device with an internet connection. No more hardware limitations, just pure gaming freedom. Head to the description section below for more information, and if you subscribe using my link, I will have a small commission that will help me as a creator at no extra cost to you. Thanks Boosteroid for partnering in this video. Now moving on to the third method, and the third method is by far the fastest way to farm XP and stockpile an insane amount of will. A really simple method that can speed your progression without too much of a hassle. However, the biggest caveat is you need to access chapter 4 first, and our main keeper shrine, the Pool of the Shattered Jade, is a little bit hard to locate, so let's find it first. Starting for the Upper Hollow Keeper Shrine, which is going to be one of the starting shrines in chapter 4. Take a sharp right turn and access the nearest stone staircase to proceed, and then follow the straight until you reach the next area. Notice that the wooden bridge near the torch is broken, and you need to jump from this ledge to reach the lower area. Access the lower platform to safely land on the lower part of the area. Once you land, head to your left and find a lot of spider cocoon. Ignore them again and notice that there's a torch nearby. Head in that direction. Exit the cocoon area from the direction I mentioned, where a moth type archer is waiting for you. Ignore it as well and follow the straightforward path ahead of you. You will be entering another cocoon area and just head straight. You are in the right direction if you find another stone staircase. Notice that the grassy path ahead is leading you to the upper areas, and just follow the path and ignore the scorpion prince that is guarding the area. Past another stone staircase, the Pool of Shattered Jade Keeper Shrine is already visible in the area. Activate it and prepare for the run. For this method, we need two specific things to make this method even more effective. The first one is the Lantern Holder Spirit, so you can enjoy even more will drop rate bonus. But the star of the show is the Ashen Slumber form, and we will be using its exploding AoE attack to farm the cocoons nearby. You don't need to upgrade it or anything, as I am using the basic form. Again, check the description of how to get all of my suggested items here. Luckily, the actual run is pretty straightforward but will net you tons of resources. Starting from the Keeper Shrine, use Cloud Step to quicken your movement speed. Head to the center of the spider cocoons and transform into the Ashen Slumber form. Then quickly cast its self-destruct ability to clear out the surrounding cocoons. Once it's done, use the Incense Trail to reset the run, and that's it. Rinse and repeat. If you are doing it correctly, each run will last around 30 seconds and will get a total of a whopping 2,625 XP and 3k plus worth of will. Additionally, you will also be getting tiny pieces of gold that you can sell for more income. In total, you'll be getting an insane 315k worth of XP and 360k will per hour. Just in case you are curious, each cocoon provides 105 XP, and I'm sure of this since I manually counted the added XP per cocoon. With all of this method, it's easy to stockpile sparks so you can finally progress your skill tree in the fastest time possible. Go crazy with your upgrades and buy anything that you want from shops and all. Please drop the video a like if you got value out of it, and make sure you subscribe as more guides will come soon. But if this is your first time seeing Wukong in action and wonder if this game is worth it, this review will break it all down for you. And I will catch you on the next one.